Hi there, I'm Edward Jern, so welcome back to another episode of Stairways to Lanakila. So we continue to feature the right shields Moscow teams from Japan, and we do see my first opponent is from Japan. So he's using a team with Garchomp, Arcanine, Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Pelipper, and Dhelmise. Dhelmise is a very interesting pick here because it's the grass and ghost type, which shares the same types as Decidueye, but it has the access of, I forgot the abilities, but the boost is steel type attacks, so it will be some difficulty against me. So maybe I would just try to pick the right shield and Oranguru and Scissor. Would Mustard be a good choice for the last slot? Yeah, it was quite difficult here because Dhelmise is grass typed. Yeah, but I still want to choose my Mustard. So, jumping the first game of the day. So, as usual, if you find this video interesting and entertaining, please kindly show us support by giving a like or subscribing. So my opponent is using the Dhelmise and Arcanine leads, and I'm bringing my Raichu and Oranguru, which is fine. So my first priority is to target down the Arcanine. But currently Raichu doesn't have the access of discharge. Will it survive the single hit from Arcanine? Or maybe just snarling? So, to make it simple, I use Thunderbolt and Psychic onto the Arcanine knot. So Thunderbolt connects. Wow, an extra paralysis. But we do see the Shadow Core here, and knocked out effectively. So probably Arcanine is using the Raw here. Yes, exactly, to prevent me from setting up the trick rooms. So I'm bringing in my Scissor. Wow, there's a tough questions because I still continue to use my Oranguru first. So Arcanine is very fast. It has the speed of 90 something, and my Oranguru is with the minimum speed. Even the paralysis couldn't help me a lot. So I just protect. Yeah, we just protect Scissor and a Psychic onto the Arcanine. So he's withdrawing his Dhelmise to prevent any butt type attacks. So Tapu Koko coming in. Electric Surge set up. So which will he target? Not targeting, maybe his lower than might, or maybe here is using the raw. So knocking out the Arcanine is good news for me because Scissor Cat can abuse in these conditions. So the next task is setting up the trick rooms for Mustard and Scissor to abuse. So Dhelmise is coming back to the field. So, but still, Scissor could be knocked out by Tapu Koko with one hit. But on the other hand, he can predict my switch in and using grass type move onto my scissor slot. But currently, that's my best move I can do it. Switching into the Mustout here. And Thunderbolt onto Mustout and Power into the Mustout. And it knocks out with one hit, one single hit. Well, that's a lot. And good to know about it. So Dhelmise is your alternative choice of Tapu Bulu. And it still have the access of the steel type move. And whenever you see it, you should be beware about it. So the trick room setup. Maybe I can just use the Z move onto the Tapu Koko. Always anticipate a protect here. But switch out seems to be a higher possibility. Yeah, we'll just short dance first. So no switching in, no out, and protect. Psychic going directly into Dhelmise. And Shadow Cord. Well, that's a lot. Oh, my scissors survived the Thunderbolts here. So the problem is, could his Dhelmise deal a lot of damage onto my scissor? He would probably double target onto my scissor this turn. So I bet my scissor could survive another hit from the Dhelmise. So, and Psychic comes first. And he's going to use a Power Whip here onto Oranguru. So, I'd really underestimating the Dhelmise. It's very strong indeed. Taking any hits from it is kind of nightmare. So, my C move, Corkscrew Crash. Should be able to finish it, unless it's a Focus Sash one. No, it is not. So, Tapu Lele is coming back here. And not a good news for me, indeed. So how many Trick Room turns are left? 2 turns. So my best bet is to continue to attack with Orangaroos and hope that his Dhelmise doesn't have the access of kind of protect. Anyway, I'll protect my scissor first, because I still need 2 hits from Orangaroos to knock out and Dhelmise, but in psychic terrains, that might be another story. But looking at this HP bars, I still have doubt on it. So, Scissor using Protect. And Psychic connects. We're able to knock it out. It does. So, kind of misplay by me, because it's just still continue targeting on the Orangaroos. So another problem is whether his Tapu Lele is a choice gap one. If this is a choice gap one, I'm probably going to win this because it's the last turn of Trick Rooms. So Psychic connects. Let's see if the Caesar could knock out the Tapu Lele's. Caesar in, Caesar out. Yep, it does. So a very tight game here, and the stories that I have learned is that never underestimate something you haven't seen it before. So Dhelmise, mark in your diary and see if you can put in your tin. So I think most of the peoples in the world, the best players in the world has been in London. I really do want to see some of this kind of Pokémons coming out like Dhelmise. So if you do underestimate it, you would pay your lessons in London. So my next opponent is coming from Japan, and he's using a very common core with the Marowak, Tapu Koko, Gyarados, Polygon 2, Garchomp, and Tapu Lele. So it's kind of missing something. The Celesteela. I would going for the Raichu and Oranguru first. He doesn't have a real solid solution against this lead. And maybe using a Mustow as the back to deal with his Marowak. And what should I bring? Yeah, Tapu Koko is still the good choice here. The Thunder type discharge. But choosing Raichu over Tapu Koko is because Raichu can also abuse the psychic terrain set up by Tapu Lele. But of course, he can choose not to set up any terrains in turn 1. So we will jump into our second game of today. So our opponent is bringing the Tapu Koko and Marowak here. And I'm bringing my Raichu and Orangurus. It's kind of troublesome because he can double target onto Oranguru and knock it out. But I would anticipate a discharge coming in. A discharge and a Flare Bliss. Could my Oranguru survives? So I'm switching out my Mustow. There's an obvious choice. So should I bring in my Trick Rooms or just use Protect first? I play safe. No. Trick Rooms. Alright, time to see whether the odds is on my side. So discharge. So I've read someone from Twitter saying that discharge is your solution to speed controlled, which, yeah, paralyzed my Oranguru here. And Shadow Bones. And he's still also playing safe here. Trick Rooms succeed. Luckily, no full paralysis. So, speed calculating times. Oranguru has 58, dividing 2 is 29, so it moves earlier than Mustow. to my surprise. So I just use the Earthquake, but we cannot use this Instruct. Maybe Psychic onto the Marowak. So, without Celesteela, he is limiting his switching ability. But of course, it also increases. So Gyarados coming in. So it also increases the offensive level of this team. So Intimidate fire off onto my. Yeah, we do see the Protect here. We are doing nothing in this turns. So next, the second turn. I could use a Rock Slide and Instruct, and so Instruct goes first, and the Earthquake here, and another Rock Slides. So let's go. Very safe play by my opponent, but I still have 3 rounds of Trick Rooms. But if this Gyarados able to use any move, this would be a very bad decision. Oh no, he's switching out into the Polygon too. So not wanting to receive any damage. So Instruct go first. We will see the Earthquakes. And the Dino allows the Polygon 2 to boost its special attacks, as seen earlier. So Rock Slide is coming in. Is there any lucky flinchings? Oh, the Z moves. So we need to see whether the Z moves can bypassing any flinching possibilities. Still no one's telling me about it. But Hydro Voltage should be knocked out. And knocked out. So the situation is very bad for me. I still have 2 turns of Trick Rooms here. So, one of the questions is, could my Tapu Koko survive? Polygon 2 and Gyarados attacked. Anyway, I'm switching first. There's a tough questions here. So I will try to protect and hope a double target onto my Tapu Koko, and I will see if I can reset my Trick Rooms. So Mustard usually doesn't have the access of Protect because it has to abuse the Azort Fest together with the Staminas here. So Tapu Koko is using Protect. Will we see a double target? Polygon 2 onto Ice Beam onto my Oranguru. To my surprise. So, is it a double target? Yeah, double targets, but onto my Oranguru. So we're setting the Trick Room here. Kind of make the situation less awkward. But still, I have to play very carefully. He might be switching into his Marowak and just use the Trick Rooms. Malware and Trick Rooms. So I just go for Discharge. The Trick Rooms to counter his own Trick Rooms. Yeah, this may backfire, but that play is his best bet. So Discharge have no problems in knocking out the Gyarados and making the Polygon paralyzes. Wow. Oh no! I hope it doesn't use the Trick Rooms. That Discharge paralysis backfired. So that should be the game, because you just double single target onto. Yeah, Malwat's coming in. He can use Boomerang onto my Tapu Koko and attack my Oranguru with any move. But of course, we may see that Polygon to get a full paralysis, and Oranguru could use the Trick Rooms successfully here. We'll try. So, Thunderbolt. Lessons learned once again. Oh no. Alright. That's just awkward. Now he's paralyzed. And the Boomerang is coming in. So, resetting the Trick Rooms means that I still have a slight chance, as I have the Raichu here. But the speed of Oranguru is too slow. I can't use two Psychic onto it. But I'll try. So I hope the Boomerang would miss, but he is using shadow bones anyway. Oh, he opts for the Boomerang. Maybe he is kind of afraid my focus sash on the Raichus. Anyway, it's a very good game from our opponents. Not really a good game because the Thunderbolt is still being absorbed by the owned Lightning Rods. So a very good lessons today. First one is the Dhelmise, and the second one is of course the owned the Lightning Rods that would absorb his own Thunder type attacks. So thank you for joining me for today, and see you soon.